Who says dreams have an expiration date?
That's my metaphor for life now.
They're over 70 and still on the ice. They aren't professionals, but they are real winners. What they demonstrate on the ice is more than technique. It's courage, resilience, and a bold statement.
We can change the world just by skating.
We'll tell you all about how Alan Lessik became a figure skater after suffering from rheumatism.
Such a severe case of arthritis, I couldn't do anything. And I thought that was going to be the rest of my life. First.
How that turned him into an activist fighting for LGBTQ rights, and how he eventually competed as one of the oldest participants at the Amateur Figure Skating World Championships in Oberstdorf, Bavaria.
It's the biggest competition in the world for adults. And so it's my chance to be with people from around the world, and those of us who know each other from either the gay games or other competitions, we're really always there for each other.
Many here have led remarkable lives. Every year they gather in Oberstdorf. Around 500 skaters from 30 countries take part in the International Adult Figure Skating Competition, which is considered the World Championship for amateurs. It's a stage where even first-time competitors can shine. Like Eleanor Stanbury, who first saw an ice rink after moving from Malaysia to New Zealand in 1977.
When I first started, the feeling when I first learned to glide is like flying.
Or Janet Breger from the US. Growing up, her parents couldn't afford the sport. She started when she was 62.
You know, what is the one thing I really wanted to do in my life that I didn't do? And it was ice skating, so I started.
Alan Lessik's story is even more inspiring. 2 weeks earlier, he was preparing for the Amateur World Championships in his Berlin apartment, practicing dry runs and gymnastics every day. He didn't start skating until his late 40s, after being diagnosed with rheumatism.
During that time period, I felt really, really bad and awful all the time. And then once I started getting my body back, I had just decided this is my one chance. Like, today is my one chance to do something.
So he decided to learn figure skating. It hasn't only awakened his sporting ambition, but also his sense of justice, turning him into an advocate for LGBTQ rights after an incident in the US in 2005. When he rehearsed holding hands with his then boyfriend on an ice rink, it caused a scandal.
The manager came by and said, "You can't skate here. You can't hold hands, you can't do that." And he said, "Well, you guys are dangerous." It's like, we're not doing anything dangerous, we're skating like the other people who are there. And he said, "You have to get off the ice." At that point, we literally said, "You picked on the wrong queer boys."
The two successfully sued the ice rink. Since then, many US operators have had to change their discrimination policies. Alan has lived in Berlin since 2021, training with former Olympic figure skater Romy Kermer. But even in liberal Berlin, the issue of LGBTQ rights remains topical.
Especially now, with what's happening in the world right now, it's just that much more important that I say, yes, I'm a gay man and I'm a skater. And this is what I love to do, and I won't hide that.
Only 2 hours to go until his freestyle skating in Oberstdorf. Does he have stage fright?
There's a friend of mine who said, there's no such thing as nerves, it's just energy. And so I'm going with that right now.
This is Alan's most important performance of the year. The Amateur World Championships are an official international skating union event, following the same rules as the professionals. No one here takes it lightly. Alan has spent 6 months preparing for his free skate. At 71, he's the oldest male competitor.
From Germany, Alan Lessik.
He created the choreography himself. Every element, the music, jumps and spins, are all part of his self-expression. After just under 2 minutes, he comes to a close. For Alan, figure skating is more than just the applause or the joy of coming in third. It's a philosophy, a way of life.
That's my metaphor for life now. It's like, here I am on these skinny little blades on a slippery surface and trying to make do and trying to do it right and trying to be graceful as I'm doing it. That's what life is about.
What dream have you put on hold? Tell us in the comments.